are up. Black queens, black guards are up. Black kings, black hearts are up. He's black, she's black, stars are up. They start to run. When I come, they start to run. Black skin, black cars are up. Black jeans, black cars are up.
Welcome back to another episode of Don't Shoot the Messenger. Myself, Culturecams. This is episode 3. And again, I got a lot to talk about. I got a lot to get into. But first and foremost, again, I'm going to repeat, end SARS, end the police brutality in Nigeria. And it's not only about that, it's also about reform. It's not only just about hashtags. It's about reforming the country, international funds. Lots of things are going on up there. The hospitals need reforming. There's a lot going on, and I just urge everyone to do your research in regards to that, and try and spread the awareness, and hopefully things can change. But I'm in a good mood today. I'm in a good mood. It's my birthday today, so people better smash that like button. I'm out here doing extra mileage for you guys, extra content on my birthday. So yeah, man, I'm in a good mood. So no slander today for no players. Some players, you can get away with one today. And I know that Gabriel Jesus comment rattled a few people, but as I said, listen, it's don't shoot the messenger. If you're gonna get mad, but don't shoot. That's all I'm gonna say. But because it's my birthday, I thought, I've hit a milestone. I've hit another year. So I'm going to talk about records and a bit of milestones that I think are unbelievable. They're actually mind-blowing in my opinion. And the first one I'm going to discuss is Lionel Messi. So we all know about his 91 goals in a calendar year. We all know about his 73 goals in an individual season. But when you combine his goal and assists, he actually had, in that 73 goal season in 2011, 2012, he had 104 goal contributions, direct goal contributions. Now let's imagine how many things that he did in terms of building up play or pre-assist and all these other things. But he actually directly contributed by himself 104 goals. And I've even seen another stat that says 106, but I'm going to go with the graphic that I've seen. 104 goals that Messi directly contributed to for Barcelona. Like, let's take that in. Some people don't have 104 goal contributions in their career. Like, I don't even want to draw out names. Let me not even draw out names that might not have that in it. Let me be nice. But some people might not have 104 goal contribution in their whole career. And Messi got that in one season. I think that is a record that will never, ever... I don't think a player will ever do that again. I don't think there will ever be a player that can get you 104 goals contribution in one season. Impossible. It took years. I remember it was Gerd Muller. He got 85 goals. And Messi beat his record with the 91 in the calendar year. But we're not even including the assist. The assist on top of it and everything is just too much. And I think you will never see a better peak in your life. That is the best peak you will ever see. You will die with that being the greatest season a footballer has ever played. No doubt, in my opinion. Like, when you think about it, that's what you call pure domination. He scored 50 league goals. Can we take that in? He scored 50 league goals. Like, it's beyond a joke. And then even that season, it's funny because that season wasn't even Barcelona's most successful season. I'm sure that season Ronaldo got about 60 goals himself, and Chelsea won the Champions League, and really and truly Messi missed in the crucial penalties. So it was a funny little season for him, but at the same time, different level. And I think that's a record that will never, ever, ever be broken. So that's my first one. Then I'm going to go second one that I saw this week. And of course, I already know about this stat, but it made me just sit back and think about it again. When I saw the 7-2 with Liverpool, I saw the 6-1 with United. And this season is the most goals ever at this stage in a Premier League season. So when I saw that, I was like, Of course, people talk about where's the defending gone? Where's all of this gone in this era and blah, 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 blah. But forget all of that. Let's talk about absolute something special that will be special in any era. Chelsea, 15 goals conceded in a Premier League season. Like, when you take that in, that the Premier League champions last week conceded 7 in one game. Man United conceded 6. Chelsea conceded 15 goals in the whole calendar year and kept 26 clean sheets. Peter Cech might as well have just had a book. He could have been writing his autobiography midway through the season, like while he was in goal during a game. That is how comfortable Chelsea were. And this ain't even to really talk about how good certain players are or whatever, but this just goes to show that was a special team. That 2004-2005 team, on paper, I think there's better teams. I think on paper, there's better teams that have come in the Premier League. But in terms of system, drilled, understanding their tactics, understanding what it takes to win football games, there's probably not much better. There's not much better. And for me, that's why they're a top 3 team in the Premier League era. To concede only 15 goals, the closest to do that, which is remarkable as well, is Arsenal. In 98-99, Arsenal conceded 17 goals. That's with the legendary Winterburn, Dixon, Adams, and I'm missing one other person, Keown.
Bold.
Yeah, whoever it, Bold, Keown, whoever it would be. With that legendary back four, they conceded 17 goals. But funny enough, they didn't actually win the Premier League. But Chelsea ran away with the Premier League. Absolutely walked it. That is what you've... the thing is, can you even call that peak Jose Mourinho? I don't know, because Jose Mourinho went and won the Champions League with Inter. He won the Champions League with Porto. Listen, it was his in his prime. And just like Lionel Messi, when I'm talking about individual seasons that you won't ever see again, I don't believe you will ever see a season in the Premier League ever of conceding less than 15 goals. I think those are 2 records that I will die with. I think I will die with those 2 records. And I want you guys in the comments to put a record that you think will never be broken as well. What do you think? What's a record that you think you would never see broken from an individual season? Not a collective, just an individual season. What do you think will never be broken? I know the first thing that people are going to probably suggest is the Invincibles. Now, I don't know which one is harder to break. Invincibles, there's always somebody that tries. You know, some have lost only 1 game. Chelsea lost only 1 game. Some have lost only 1 game. Arsenal, I believe, have done that before as well. It's like you get close, but at the end, Liverpool, how many did they lose? They lost 1 as well. So it's like you get close, but you can't do it. So
They lost 2. They lost to City as well.
So you get close, but then at the same time, you can't do it. So that is a record that's going to stand. But the only reason, and this isn't about who's a better team, Invincibles or Chelsea. This is not about that. This is about the only reason I think that Invincibles is slightly more achievable than conceding 15 goals in one season is because I've seen other teams do it in other leagues. That's the only reason. I've seen Invincibles be done before. I can't looking at the stats that I was seeing. I haven't seen teams that have conceded less than 15 goals in a season. I've seen Juventus do the unbeaten, and obviously you've heard of like Nottingham Forest and all these type of teams have done this Invincible. So that's not to take away anything from Arsenal, but I just think 15 goals, especially in this day and age where defending is probably getting a bit weaker, the game is faster. It's such a goal-driven game now, sport, that I can't see Chelsea doing that. So big up Chelsea 2004, 2005. And listen, if that wants to bring the question, wants to bring the debate, who is the better team? Invincibles or Chelsea 2004-5? For me, it's probably Chelsea, just because Chelsea went and done back-to-back. Chelsea went and done back-to-back with that same squad. Chelsea 2004, 2005 played the same Invincibles the next season and dominated them at the end of the day, dominated and walked the league. So that's the only reason why I'll nip it, but that's just me. What do you guys think? And what is the harder achievement? 15 goals in one season or going unbeaten? So that's that on the records and milestones. And now I'm just gonna quickly touch before I get into a deeper one. I'm just gonna touch on, VAR. It's killing the game, man. Like, VAR is killing the game. I feel like we're walking away talking about things on camera too much. It's because it's like a technology-driven sport now or something. Like, every single game we're talking about this and VAR and this. It's like VAR is the man of the match every game now. And then I'm not a Liverpool fan, but I said it. I put some post up where it's like, I feel like I'm physically sick, to be honest. Like, I'm rapidly falling out of love with the game. And I'm not even joking. I co-sign that I'm rapidly falling out of love with the game. How is that an offside, bro? Like, what has happened to giving the benefit of doubt to the attacker like it used to be? Or what has happened to just common sense, man? Like, in no way, an offside is something that gives you an advantage. In no way did Mane have an advantage over them centre halves because of his tricep. Maybe if he didn't go gym last week, he might have been onside. That's how fine. That's how thin it was, because his tricep is a little bit offside. Which I don't even think it is. I just see they put the line there. Liverpool are trying to accuse them of altering the lines, but in my opinion, we're talking about VAR too much. And it's not VAR, it's the offside rule. It's the handball rule. It's not VAR's fault. VAR is there to correct decisions, but it's these rules. It's the rules that are being put into the game that are ruining it. And it's like, we're giving no comments. Everything's black and white now. No gray area. No common sense is allowed to be applied. And I think that's killing the game. I really think that's killing the game. And one thing, I'm not a Liverpool fan, but as well, get well soon to Van Dijk. Pickford absolutely destroyed him. Absolutely destroyed him. And in all honesty, that should have been a straight red card. That should have been a red card. It should have been off. And I said it. Pickford, I think he's trying to gear his career up to be an amateur celebrity when his career is done, because every single match it has to be about him. Yeah, I said it on stoppage time. He's the Mike Dean of goalkeepers. He wants to be all the attention on him. You can cross the ball, he'll run and race to come and get it. He'll come and 2 foot. He'll come and absolutely clatter Van Dijk. He's done it to, I think it was Son or Kane. I can't remember. The guy is a nutcase and he needs to be calmed down. Somebody needs to humble him because he's moving reckless. Absolutely reckless. But hey, with an injury like that, we ain't seen Liverpool have an injury like that. So let's see how they recover from that. And lastly, I'm going to talk about, as I've mentioned before, I think top three most disrespected player in the Premier League, Raheem Sterling. I think that guy he has the respect of a lot of people, but I think a lot of people don't really rate him as a talent. Raheem Sterling at Liverpool was the European golden boy. The stuff that Sancho's chasing now. João Felix won. Haaland is chasing now. Davies. All of these players. Raheem Sterling's won that. People talk as if Raheem Sterling was an average talent who just got picked up by Pep and turned crazy. He was the European golden boy at Liverpool. He was in part of Liverpool's title run when they almost won the league. And he was like 18, 19. If that, he even made his debut at 16. The guy has been a big talent from QPR days. The guy has been a big talent. Everyone knew that he was going to make it in the game. And now when you look at City, yes, Pep has made a drastic improvement in terms of his output. Of course, when you get a great manager like Pep, great manager gets a great talent. What do you expect? The player's going to improve. Sterling now is a prolific goal scorer. The guy used to score like 1 in 4, now he's nearly 1 in 2, bruv. Nearly 1 in 2, pretty much. Every single week, I'm expecting Sterling to get on the score sheet. And again, scored against Arsenal, decisive goal, the winner, captain armband. You can only be proud of him. But this leads me to question. I believe Raheem Sterling is Pep's most important player since he's been at Manchester City, for sure. And if we're talking about in his career, I think other than Messi, I think in terms of importance, I think Raheem Sterling is right there. Yes, we can have Iniesta and there's Xavi's and stuff, but they kind of, you think of them and they're kind of like, you can't say Iniesta without saying Xavi. They're like a partnership. Messi was kind of like a standalone. And I kind of see Raheem Sterling like that. And there's the stats to back it up as well. Most appearances under Pep at City. So he's like basically the first name on the team sheet. Sane came, was getting rotated. Bernardo came, rotated. Aguero, rotated. The one man who never rotated, Raheem Sterling in that front line. Pep, that's Pep's favourite son. Most appearances, second most goals under Pep. Of course, because you got a killer like Aguero who's going to have it. And then you got Messi. So if I want to talk about Pep's whole career, Messi's 1 in terms of goals. Aguero's 2. Then it's Sterling. That's more goals than Lewandowski. That's more goals than Pedro's and all of them type of players that he's had. David, whoever he's had, Sterling is number 3 in terms of goals for Pep. So second most goals under Pep at City. Most appearances. And everyone's talking about the improvement. That is the player that I think, if you look at Pep's career, you could say Messi, but Messi was second in the World Player of the Year before Pep. So as much as Pep did help Messi a lot, he was already one of the best. He's the second best player in the world. So big up what Pep did with Messi. But I think if you're talking about improvement, I think what Pep done in terms of touching a player and making him change in terms of his impact and how he sees the game, I think it's Raheem Sterling. I know people will probably mention Kevin De Bruyne, like what he's done under Pep, but I got to remind people, Man City won the league with Kevin De Bruyne pretty much injured for the whole season. Came back, got injured again, came back, got injured. Bernardo Silva and Raheem Sterling ran that show. Raheem Sterling won the Footballer of the Year. He's won Young Player of the Year under Pep as well. So Young Player, Footballer of the Year. The guy's status under Pep at City is untouchable, and he's a certified Man City legend. And when we're talking about the Yaya Toures, the Agueros, the David Silvas, the KDBs, all of them type of names, we have to mention Raheem Sterling now. We have to. Because I feel like when we speak about Yayas and that we've got them in a pedestal like this, we got to start putting Raheem Sterling up there if we're going to be talking about City legends. I know, listen, City ain't got much legends, you know what I mean? They're going Richard Dunn and they're going man like One Chop and that, you know what I mean? But he's way up there, do you know what I mean? He's way up there. And I think it's time that he gets the respect that he deserves. I feel like a lot of people think he's just average and is just kind of lucky, and when Pep goes, he's going to be done. I don't think so, man. And I love that Pep gave him the captain armband as well, man. Take the responsibility, and at the end of the day, he had a good performance, good goal. So, yeah, man, that's what I think. You guys, let me know. Do you guys think that Pep has had a more important player at City? Or who do you think are the most important players that Pep has had in his career? I'm saying individually for importance, I think that probably second to Messi, in my opinion. And that's just off the top of my head. You've had players like Lahm, who's done really well. You've had Muller, he was unreal under Pep. You've got obviously Iniesta and Xavi. But as I said, I feel like they come as a package. Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets. It's like you can't mention one without mentioning the other. But I can mention Sterling on his own. So for me, big up Raheem Sterling. He did his thing. Keep doing what you're doing. And boy, listen, maybe Man City captains in the full-time captains in his radar. Who knows? Yes, if he stays for as long as he can. So, but that is another episode of Don't Shoot the Messenger. And I said it again. Don't shoot the messenger. Listen, you can be upset. Be upset. You can be mad. Be mad. Either way, it's not going to affect me. And you know what I mean? Let the hate get out of your heart. You know what I mean? If you're angry, you're angry. Sorry, in this face, it's going to keep smiling. So it's going to get you mad. It's going to get you mad. But yeah, man, I'm out. Birthday special. See you later. Stoppage time on Monday.
See black, they